Good afternoon. Happy Monday, LinkedIn friends. Welcome to another unboxing episode. We are unboxing with the expertise.ai team, conversational AI on your website. Thank you, Ammar. I agree. Some fireworks about to be had today here with Ammar, Vinay, and Shivang. I had such a great time with Ammar last week at the Profoundly kickoff, uh, and was thankful you guys are willing to jump on again to do like a full unboxing because we just got a little bitty taste. But welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining today.
Appreciate you
Thank you,
hosting.
Greg.
Excited.
So, like other unboxings, we're just gonna dive in. And as I'm clicking around, feel free to share the story. I like to think of these as, kind of one-on-one product feedback, sessions that are just out in public. So don't mind me if I'm clicking around trying to make the product work as easily as I'm supposed to be able to. Uh, and an interesting use case today because I got the taste last week of just we did it unplanned, like completely unplanned, unscripted. We just started it with the Profoundly website, uh, which has some good content on it, but like not a ton. And that experience, seeing that, live within seconds, really, like definitely blew my mind. Um, and we're so that's why I'm excited uh, because this is one of those, and I'd love to hear your guys' take on this. Like chatbots, right? Not necessarily a new category, definitely not a new category, and almost evokes a level of like distrust and baggage and like people like you either really want to talk to a chatbot or it's the last thing like you want to do, and making it work with AI and like when we used to have to automate it, and are we going to call in a human, when are we going to call in a human, when do we ask for the email, when we not, like all of that stuff has rolled in. Just like the only people I think that have done it really well are like the giant companies like Amazon's and the Fortune 500. So I'm curious, as I share a screen here, like how did that how were you thinking about like an old category making new, right? And especially what it says here, like if you say chatbot, then people will know like which category you're talking about, but you really don't want to be known as another chatbot,
Right,
right?
right.
Yes. Yes.
So, uh, so our whole philosophy is website is one point where the entire efforts in you put in terms of marketing, you put in terms of outbound ads converge, right? So when all this visitors, when they come to your website after going past and across all the LLMs where they probably would find all the answers, and eventually when they land on your website, they don't want A, to be greeted with a Stone Age chatbot. They don't want that experience. B, they should not also get a 2 decade old experience of a static brochure kind of a website where all the information is hidden under all the nav bars and they have to find it. They want something easier, like a personalized concierge level experience. That's where our AI agent comes in, where it nullifies what not chatbot does. It doesn't do what exactly what the chatbot is doing, but a better experience in terms of giving a personalized website and a chat experience. Um, One other aspect which you said is humans. Everybody who's landing on the website would love to talk to a human, but it is not scalable, right? You cannot have humans available 24/7. So how can we create an agent which is smart, kind of like a human, but doesn't feel like a chatbot? So it's like a win-win situation. So that is our product.
While Vinay was giving that explanation, Chris got something together.
Yeah, you just created the agent in that meantime.
Yep. And since I'm just curious how far along we are, I'm just going to come over to the website here.
We have to deploy it on the website. So if you're looking for that, yeah, so here you can chat with the agent. So yeah.
This is not like.
Is it a 8-stage progression? This entire journey, is that how you are?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, great.
Yeah, this is oh my gosh, this is so good. Like,
yeah.
I'm wondering what happens when we click.
Yeah.
Interactive.
Yep.
Content.
Yep.
Like, and so one thing I was interested in seeing, like it said found 8 pages.
Yep.
Right. And there's like hundreds.
Yes.
On this site. Is it just 8 pages to get me started?
Correct.
And then now that I'm here, it's gonna learn from the website as a whole?
No, we wanted to give the control to you as the business owner to, decide which all pages you should train the agent with, right? So if you see on the left side, training materials, right? You as a business owner can decide, go here and drag and drop any page URLs. Just simple, just drag and drop, and it will learn from it. Because what if there might be one page on your website which is having an outdated information, which but the agent doesn't know, right? So that is your control.
Yeah, this is okay. So this is where I see the first 8 pages.
Correct.
Right. All right. We've got join the collective. We got assessments. Case studies. It's picking some good ones too.
Yep.
Like how is what's the method to the madness behind which pages it's using to pick? Like trying to come at it from the homepage, or
The way we approach that is we focus on the homepage and see what are the primary links that branch off from there. And those as a default are prioritized. Chris, one question, since you do have hundreds of pages, could you share the email you used to create this account? I want to upgrade your plan so we can train it on several hundred pages that you want.
Ammar, I already took the liberty to upgrade him to business plan. So if he just refreshes the page, it should be reflected.
Sweet. You might have to log out or log back into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's required.
Yeah, on the top
okay.
right.
All right. Well, that makes sense as far as which pages it starts with.
Yep.
Also, I noticed as I was creating the account, like it already had my website like put in there. And now we've got options, add to website. Okay. So this is where, since I am a website developer now, or I work with one called Cloud Code, I need to do this. Yeah, click. So click there, copy, and just in a different. Let's see. I think we can just see what we're doing here, right? So let's go into Cloud Code. Say V. my operation leader.
Okay.
Actually, it'd be Sage. Sage is the chief customer officer. And you add this expertise AI
Script.
let's see, sales agent to the website, please. We should see it on every page. And just
Claude is your web developer.
yes, he is. For better or worse, we'll see if it's that easy. And just obviously, not obviously, but like so before November 8th, I did not code anything in my life. And now I am a part of a large group of humans that are now coding, stuff through Cloud Code. How have you guys thought about that dynamic where, like, prior to November 8th, I would have been asking, like, don't even show me the developer stuff. Like, I want drag and drop everything, right? And then and I just switched to like seeing all of the developer stuff. How do you guys think about that in terms of this whole like process? Did you start with one and then move towards the other, or has it always been like kind of a full approach?
Ammar, I think I'll throw it to you. This one, you can take it. Yeah.
Sweet. There's two ways I'm thinking about that question. The first one is the setup process. And for us, we've seen that over time, people really have grown in terms of technical competency, much like you, Chris. We're fortunately now getting a product. The transition to set it up, often we just have it in the first hour onboarding call. So fortunately, these AI agentic tools have made that easier. The second way I'm thinking about this problem or that statement is really agents becoming live. So right now, when we used to think of ancient chatbots, my colleague Vinay loves to call those Stone Age chatbots. They're very like simplistic. If answer this, move right, etc., etc. But the future really is going to be like these AI agents where bots are going to be alive. You're going to have 24/7 salespeople living on your website, really product experts, consulting folks, giving expert consultation to folks coming in, educating them, nurturing them. And what we have really is what we believe an early version of that. Right now, it educates and nurtures. Over time, it's going to get more and more progressively involved in a deal. Could be our CEO feels at some point even closing and signing deals as well. So that's what we believe is the future there.
And it's aligned with how HubSpot's building out, their platform as well. So it really is, and I look at these moments, and of course, if you've been watching and like executing things like They Ask You Answer and Endless Customers, where you think of your website in that way, where like somebody could go through the whole sales process and there's enough content and videos, like the plug and play ability of this, like just to immediately like realize value because the tool, in this case, Expertise AI, has what it needs to be as awesome as it can be. So have you are you usually working with clients to help them build content or, architect context so that it's not the whole website? Like, how have you, what are the different modes you've seen customers this context infrastructure that's so important to any, intelligence platform or tool or collaborator, however you want to put it. Like, how have you seen different people approaching it in terms of what they want this experience to be like? Because like it's not deterministic, right? Like, so how do they work with understanding like, okay, here's all of our stuff. How do we know you're not gonna say it the way we don't want you to say it?
I can kick this off, and Vinay, maybe you can add on.
Yeah.
So there's one bit of knowledge that exists in any organization that's documented. Let's say the website and your HubSpot knowledge base, for instance, and other equivalent materials. Then the other knowledge base is what my colleague Vinay calls BS, business sense. it's, it's really living in the minds of people. And really, what we've tried to do is whenever somebody is coming to us, we try to accelerate to the point of getting it live on the website. If that can happen within the same day, sometimes we've rushed it that far. Once it's live, we have a setup where as people come across a series of conversations, and there's an 80-20, like the 20% of conversations, roughly speaking, are what 80% of people are going to ask. You're going to soon start to see how the bot answers them, and then you can jump in and improve the answer. So ways to improve the answer could be, for instance, giving examples. Hey, next time somebody asks this, I want you to kind of have this one. Other could be giving free form rules that, hey, you know what, we don't call ourselves a chatbot, we call ourselves an AI sales agent. So be careful about that. We have free flow ways of communicating that. And third bit is what I call knowledge gap, where the agent kind of asks, and like, hey, people are asking this. You don't have that in your written material. And that and other similar tactics are what we try to use to gradually transfer that business sense to the bot. And we've seen that happens over time. Like people, that's why it's really important to have a devoted sponsor whenever we're kicking off this project who can kind of go into the bot initially day in every day, and then over time every week for the first couple of weeks until the bot has that business sense, and then they're freed up from all those repetitive questions to focus on higher impact work.
So when it does highlight the gaps, so in HubSpot, there's the customer agent, and it works alongside the knowledge base agent, and they can so customer agent can highlight gaps, and then knowledge base agent can create articles. Do you guys do like content like net new?
That is the direction we're building towards. Right now, we've seen that when AI creates content, it still feels like AI is slow. So that part we've been a bit cautious about. Our focus right now is really on servicing the most important gaps that a human really needs to come in and add that context. That's the balance that we've seen so far to work.
So, yeah, that makes sense. It is very challenging, and that's where like the context engineering like comes into play. The better we get at that, the more I'm more hands off with the content being generated. It looks like it's building in Vercel right now, so I should be able to show it on the website shortly. But while I'm waiting on that, I'm asking Claude Code to do some research on what Expertise AI does and come up with 10 moonshot ideas
Sure.
for how we could leverage it for the value first team revenue process.
So Chris, so just circling back on what Ammar said. So our approach right now is not entirely to replace humans. It's just to augment what they are doing. Act as a co-pilot for them. So a human intervention is definitely needed, but the arc goes down dramatically as the more they intervene with the AI, give it more business sense. The AI learns from it, and their intervention goes down drastically. So we think of AI as a very highly intellectual intern that you get, and you just train it and it learns quickly and you can hand off a lot of things. And the same logic, what everybody talks about, right? What AI is. Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff gets so much easier when you think about it from a human plus AI
Yeah.
like perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many things when you talk to anybody on the front lines, anywhere in the organization, there's always ideas
Yeah.
that they wish they could get to, or that have been on the list, or
Yeah.
ways that they could improve the customer experience immediately.
Yep.
Right. And that's, I think, what we talk about on the AI show that we do in the mornings. It's like, from a leadership perspective, and this is why I avoid words like sales, and I said revenue process very specifically instead of sales. Like the ideas of like stay in your lane, like don't worry about that, like it's prevented us from dreaming a little bit, and oftentimes like the business sense or business common sense cannot be acted on because of these structures and processes that we've put in place. And with things like this that have never existed before, like if we can't just take a minute, take a step back and say, okay, what does this mean? Like for our process, like, hey, see, I can't avoid it. Hey, salesperson. Like what would it be cool if you just showed up with deals like ready to close? Like because they already had everything, done.
Yeah.
And not in a way like as I share my screen again, because it looks like this guy's ready.
Oh, is it? Nice. Okay.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So you don't even need to cross fingers anymore, really. Like,
Oh,
we got it here.
we got it. Yeah.
Right. What can I help you today? First of all, I want to change the name Taylor.
Yeah, it's in the appearance. Yeah.
Appearance. There we go. All right. So agent name.
Chris.
How about Victor?
Okay, you don't want Chris. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't call it Coach Chris just yet. I have done that a couple times. Gotta build up some trust. Got some could upload, but we'll keep it with Navi. Floating avatar, sure. Let's see, dark mode with the rest of the website. I think so.
Your website is a dark theme, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Got the logo already there. Contact form. Completion required. Yeah. Since this experience is going to be so great, I'm happy to. Actually, we don't need that.
After how many questions do you want this to pop up?
What I would love to do is say, let the AI figure it out.
Then for that, I have a thing for you. Could you turn the contact form off here? Let's save it. Chris, could you speak to me about the workflow you have in mind? Like in these kind of contexts, I would want a meeting booked. These are some qualification things I have in mind. This is some context I would like to have for the meeting. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. And like, I think that's where I want them to get to a meeting link. But I don't want you to tell me how that's done. Just
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
So we can see that it's already been updated, and I like this. And voice AI.
So you can probably hear this, Chris, but for our recording tool, it's not.
Yeah,
Yep.
share the tab. Yeah.
So let me refresh because that's really cool. And let me reshare. Screen.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm here to answer any questions you have about Value First Team. May I give you a brief solution overview, or do you have a specific question?
I heard you guys implement customer value platforms. I think I know what I want, but I would love some help. Just getting on a call with somebody to figure out which implementation is going to be right for me.
Gotcha. So you're mainly after implementation help for a customer value platform and want to talk it through. I can't book or join a live call from here, but if you email support, the team can set it up. What platform are you implementing right now?
HubSpot.
HubSpot implementation makes sense. And the big win is getting one unified customer view. So marketing, sales, and service act on the same data. Curious though, are you trying to unify data across tools or fix the HubSpot setup itself?
Across tools, there's always an integration to worry about.
Okay, so it sounds like the HubSpot work is really about connecting your other tools so data stays consistent and reporting is reliable. Curious though, which tool is the biggest headache to integrate right now?
Our ERP, NetSuite.
Sounds like the line cut out and you were about to name the tool, and that's usually the key blocker for the whole rollout. Curious though, which tool was it?
NetSuite.
Got it. NetSuite to HubSpot is a common one, and the main value is clean account and contact syncing so teams trust the pipeline numbers. So are you trying to sync customers and invoices into HubSpot or push HubSpot deals into NetSuite?
Really trying to use as much.
Oh, that's a default timer of 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair. But I should just to note, like, there's no NetSuite specific content on my website. So it was pulling in, other intelligence, which is a good thing, just to make sure I'm clear on that. And I think it's a good segue into what I've been trying to do. And I think why I've been so impressed with this. I'm just going to mute screen audio just in case here. Because what I've been trying to do, with Cloud Code, of course, and I think that's why we have to, so I have this guy, right? And he talks. Report has been really great to work with to help set that up. And since I'm already sharing screen audio, I'm just going to, go back here, new chat, right? My HubSpot is a mess.
So for the folks looking at this first time, Chris gave me a sneak
Hey,
peek.
Chris, I understand the frustration.
This is something that Chris put together independently.
Nice.
Yeah, independently, this is what democratization of capability looks like, folks, right?
Yeah.
I was building out the whole stack and also working with Rapport. So I'm learning what it takes to just get to this end result. And eventually he just asked Claude the next question, hey, can we do that? And in so many of these cases, the context is the hard part, right? The manufacturing content and context, and when is it going to say certain things and when not, right? But the technology, right? If it's been done before digitally, and you create the space for it to happen, it can it can be done. But what you just experienced is like he only said the first sentence, right? Like I want him to say more than that. That means I have to go back into Cloud Code and, like adjust to some prompt somewhere where I'm not even sure where it's at, or I got to build out my own interface to manage it, right? And like the rest of the answer is great. And as I was like the whole concept here, which relates to conversational AI, and we know people love those experiences because they've started using LLMs, right, in mass. So it's like, can we just bring that into the website was the original, plan here.
Mhm.
And as I was thinking about it, instead of generative, right, I was like, hey, I have all of this content on the website. Why am I not just like pulling it out and keeping them on this page, right? But as I did that and I create more content, like I have to manage it in a certain way to make sure it's always available. And there's just a management burden to doing it myself, right? Naturally, to where maybe this URL will get screwed up. And like, it's just the management and maintenance. Like if this was the only thing I was worried about every day, like, sure. But I can tell you the amount of hours that went into making this possible versus like the 60 seconds it took. And it's going to be better, right? Like this experience, as I think about, like if I go to, I just restart here. Like, how do I work with the value first team? Trying to reflect. Like seriously, like, man, I've been thinking about this, like changing the homepage to say like, which experience do you want? Are you a provider? Are you a customer? Are you like somebody who wants to do content? And then build, like I have to build that. Like, sure, it might take like, it might be infinitely faster than it's ever been before. But when I find things like this, and I think this is the challenge that like impresses me the most about what you guys have chosen here and how you're executing, because the two parts that I think are hard for any kind of app or product right now are like the ability for somebody else, somebody like me, to build it very quickly, right? Like, and I've talked to the report team a little bit, like if you have to have your context together in a certain way, how close are those same people to just building this stuff out themselves, right? Or on the other side, you have platforms like HubSpot or the LLMs that are also building capabilities from their side. And to be able to hit this sweet spot and get to proof of concept within 60 seconds is not normal in the space right now. Usually it's one or the other, right? Like you can get to proof of concept pretty quickly, but if you can, like, I can probably just go build it like myself. And like these moments where it just so happens to do the thing that I've been thinking about, right? Like trying to pay attention to those moments where just embrace it. Like it's not luck. Like this is how AI is supposed to work for us, right? That feeling is starting to come through. So if I say, you're an independent HubSpot practitioner, see membership tiers and apply. Like I just created this page over the weekend, like yesterday, right? And, the lucky part is that as it was being built, it threw it up on the on the main nav here. But at that point, man, you just do you guys know what I mean? Where it's like we want just AI to work. We want it to be magical, and like when it is, it's great. But when it's not, it's just we get frustrated very easily, and and this is the other side, right? Like that moment of it just works every time. Like if you can accomplish that, I think you're in a good spot and you're doing good work.
I think unreal is the word you said. That's exactly it, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is I would be surprised if others are not reacting in the same way. Like you probably do you guys see this reaction all the time? I think yes.
It's so nice. People often quote, "Hey, you know what? I was putting this together over the weekend, and my wife was sitting beside me, and I just had to pull her to take a look." It makes my day each time I hear it.
Right. And let's continue, if you don't mind. Let's see how easy it continues to be. So I'm in the Value First HubSpot now. Already got it pulled up in the app. Or if you just search expertise AI in the global search, you'll get this page. How long you guys been active in the marketplace?
I believe the first time we put it up on the HubSpot marketplace was almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was one of the first apps we built, and it became, you can say, our core organizational priority somewhere like 2 to 3 quarters ago. We were like, we're going to be a HubSpot first company now.
Yeah. And like, can you just speak to that a little bit? Like why you guys made that choice?
Yes. Initially, when we were starting off, we were really trying to figure things out. At that point, we basically built a integration for Salesforce, for HubSpot, for Pipedrive, for Zoho, for so many places. And we wanted to see where organic traction would come initially. And just without us initially noticing at first, HubSpot started to take off. Not a little, a lot. Like everything else combined wasn't comparable to HubSpot flow. And that's when we started to realize, we started really double take on it. Like, "Oh, why is that happening?" And we realized that for a lot of people, it was an underserved market. Like major competitors, really bots built for sophisticated revenue teams like Qualified or Chili Piper. We were focused more so on Salesforce than anything else. HubSpot had come out with its own native solutions, which are great for teams starting off. But when you kind of get to a certain level of sophistication, you have more requirements. And when we saw that that was an underserved niche, we're like, okay, let's really double down. And at this stage, something like 80, maybe even 90% of our growth comes from just that niche. And we're very excited about that internally. We are internally HubSpot users as well. We say words like trigger warning when we bring up Salesforce.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean we see a lot of people making that choice right now. And like if you're aligned with the whole agentic customer platform and creating a platform where AI and humans can work together, I mean it feels like they chose that route before anybody else did. And obviously if we're in the ecosystem, we've seen this progression, since GPT came out. They've always been impressive from an organizational perspective of how quickly they can just put full effort into something like that. And I remember in 2022 at Inbound, Dharmesh was talking about community and how that was going to be the next. And then AI came out. It's like just completely switch gears as an organization.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to highlight something here. So as I was brought back in, I'm clicking around, setting up the HubSpot integration. Like I clicked on conversations. And I can see the microsite that was generated during the chat.
Yep.
Man, that is so, and I can confirm like clicks. So this is like a QA, like a quality assurance mechanism. Yeah.
Yep.
I want to make one more comment on the HubSpot part. Initially, when we had different developers working on different integrations with CRMs, working with HubSpot felt like butter. I still remember the engineer we had working on our Salesforce integration, and he was like, "Ammar, I hate this. I hate this." And the engineer working on HubSpot was a completely different thing. So HubSpot has really made itself a very welcoming ecosystem in that regard.
Yeah. It's I mean, that's why a lot of people, love it. It's definitely different ecosystem than anything else I've experienced. Again, just for the record, I click on improve and then I can change and update the response to similar questions in the future. If you look at integrations here, it brings us back to HubSpot. Right. So I'm just going to ask directly. So you guys had opened the pages up for me. So this allows for up to 50, it looks like, 50 pages.
Yeah, in the free plan, yes, but I think the first
Oh, I
tab
didn't.
there you have the business plan. So if you log out and log in, the entire page will get refreshed. Yeah.
Okay.
You can do 1,000 in your plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me just, here we go. There's the business guy.
Yeah.
All right. It's training materials. I'm confusing everything now. All right. Yep. Let's just start from square one. Sign in. Man, should just go long. Like, how long's the rest of your workday? Could be here for a couple hours, I think. Enter website URL. Yeah. So what I would love to do right now is just bring in like as much of the website as I can.
Yep.
Is that just putting in the base here?
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So find all pages. Seriously. Select all.
If you have more pages in your HubSpot knowledge base, we also natively integrate with that. If you want, you can also put them there.
Seeing what's what here. I mean, the speed, I was expecting it to take, a little bit of time, and it didn't. To just see the complete sitemap. We've got Q&A here. So we can add that. Images. It brings in YouTube as well.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
FYI, you're welcome to navigate to other pages while this is loading. It won't disrupt.
Right. I'm just like going to be impressed on this page. Like, I don't need to go anywhere else. So good. And I will be testing this for sure. But congrats, fellas. This product is really something else. And I've done, maybe 20 to 30 unboxings like over the past year and a half. And it's easy to get excited about HubSpot stuff because you're always moving forward. But I cannot say I've experienced this this level of enjoyment and excitement for a new product. And I think that's not that easy to do right now. So I think so much so that I never end a show like this. You get, man, I hope you guys are proud of what you have built here, because you really should be. And
Absolutely, yeah.
I look forward to putting it through its paces. We mentioned there's a new partner program. We mentioned that on Thursday. So if you're a HubSpot partner out there, please reach out to Vinay and the team. We'll get you synced up. You just saw how easy it was to start and plug up. I think I can guarantee there is no easier app that has a faster time to value for any HubSpot client around. Like, I mean, that it's just so easy to set up and to be able to generate content in that way, generate that experience in that way. Really impressive. Well done, fellas.
Shit, Chris, I appreciate this. I feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Well, hey, we're all doing our jobs here. So thanks so much, Vinay, Shivang, and Ammar.
And I was so glad to see more, like a lot of jaw-dropping expression from you again. That was great.
Yeah. And if you know me, I'm not a performative person. I only do that stuff if it's actually happening. It can be hard to get me excited sometimes, but you guys did it. So I look forward to watching the journey, and you definitely have a spot here anytime you guys are coming out with something new.
Absolutely.
And we'll look forward to next time. Thanks so much, fellas. Everybody have a wonderful week.
Cheers all.